One. Well, with us at Skyview Sports, we have George Bowman. You are the treasurer of the Detroit Red Wing Alumni. And tell you what, you and your group, the retired Red Wing and NHL players, you guys are all about it. Raising money for charity, having a great time. Just tell us about what's going on with the Red Wing Alumni, George.
Well, in the recent past, we had our Red Wing alumni outing here at Oakhurst on Monday, and two great charities, Ted Lindsay Foundation for Autism and Spike's Canine Fund to help supply $5,000 Kevlar vests for the canine units for both police and military. So we've already donated enough money to buy, I think, four vests at this point,
Mm-hmm.
which is very cool. So Mike Richardson from Oakland County Sheriff's Department K-9 unit was here Monday with Eeko. Eco's been a rock star for us. We had a PGA versus Red Wing alumni game at Munn back in February. That was the third year in a row we've done that. Eco has been taught to drop the ceremonial puck drop, which is really cool. And with that, we've raised close to $300,000 in 3 years just for that hockey game. So segue to the golf. Our golf outing is really kind of a give back to our players for a long season of hockey and give back to our charitable partners and our sponsors and raise a couple bucks at the end of the day for the K-9 units and to help the Lindsay Foundation raise money for autism.
And that is absolutely fantastic as you know, people the names of the players kind of get people's attention, from the Hall of Famers like Dino Ciccarelli, Mickey Redmond, and others, to the everyday Red Wing players and other players that played for other NHL teams, but they have a Detroit tie. Dave Coulier from Full House is involved. And so I think that when the fans out there, when they see the name recognition, it's a natural draw. And are people always surprised at how much money that you raise for charity?
Yeah, it's hard to really put a finger on how much we've raised from day one. We're the oldest sports alumni in all of sports. 1959 was chartered in December. My grandfather, who played for the Red Wings in the 30s on the two cup teams in 36, 37, he was one of the first members to get this thing going. And so they didn't really keep copious notes back then as to how much we
Sure.
were raising or how much we impacted. Back then, it was pretty much just, challenge matches. And then they started say, hey, if we're going to do this, let's raise some money for charity. And thank Alex Delvecchio and Nick Libet and Hextall and Gary Bergman and the legends who kept the alumni going for all these years. Eddie Meo's been with us for 40 some years. Um, just a great group of guys. And so if we were to put a finger on it, easily $5 million we've been part of raising for
Yeah.
charities over the years. I mean, look, a PGA Tour event does that in 1 week, but you know, we're totally different. We're not trying to be them.
No.
We're in Detroit, hockey town. We're trying to raise what we can when we can. Now, there's the people that play us, they raise all their money. So, we've seen groups like United Way up in Marquette. They've raised over $100,000 in that one game, and we're going back there September 13th for a long weekend.
Yeah. And that's one of the things too with the Red Wing alumni. The past presidents include not only Joe Kocur, who's still involved with the team, but the recently departed Alex Delvecchio, Ted Lindsay, and scores of other people whose names I'm missing. So they got a lot of big names that are involved. But once again, what the difference between a golf tournament, what the Red Wing alumni is doing is that a lot of times those companies are donating that big money. They're pooling all their employees' money, and where the Red Wing alumni, you guys are actually having grassroots people. You're having families come up saying, "Wow, I remember these guys. I'd like to have that print hanging from my wall, or I just want to make a donation." So you're getting families one at a time where they're getting a whole company. But the bottom line is that charities are being helped, and that's something that all the players and have to feel really good about, the communities and the people that play the Red Wing alumni and that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you hit it right on the head. This is I said at our my speech after the golf outing, I said, without these folks sitting in the seats contributing and donating to what we do, there is no us, right? I mean, we could go to Belfour and just drop the puck and have some fun and have a pizza and maybe an adult beverage, as Mickey puts it. Um, but without the people in those seats, whether it's at LCA or in the seats at an alumni game or the seats at our golf outing, we don't exist. And it's pretty gratifying. Very proud to be part of this. Um, I just can't say enough. We need to hopefully the Wings get on track because right now we're aging out our guys, our legends. We've had legends that have passed recently, Alex. So that whole group of legends, if you will, Alex and Gadsby and Ted and Gordy and go right down the list, Red Kelly. Those guys, they aged out and they passed. Our guys like the Drapes and the Joey and the DMAC and these guys who won cups in the 90s, they're now 60, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a game this Saturday in Notre Dame to raise money for autism. And, our star guy is Red Berenson, 85 years old, still
Wow.
skating, and he can't get enough. And so
Yeah.
we got Mike Knuble going down, Cup champion, Darian Hatcher's going down, BMAC's going down, Red Berenson's going down, and then we got some other NHLers and Grand Rapids Griffins guys that are coming down. So it's going to be a great day, and they're playing golf at Warren Golf Course where they hosted a U.S. Senior Open before. So it's a great day for the alumni and great day for the people, and they get to interact with them, play some golf, and watch them play hockey, and sign some autographs, and get back on the road.
Okay, so on the flip side, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be talking to Mike from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, and we're going to see Eeko. And what we're going to have instead of a commercial, Dino Ciccarelli, Hall of Famer. He's going to be entertaining us for the next minute and a half. When we come back, we're going to have George Bowman, and we're going to meet Eeko, the star of the show, and we're raising all that money, the Red Wing alumni, for Kevlar jackets, because people in the community are crazy, and these dogs, they need the protection for sure. I saw the Kevlar; they're really something else. Dino, take it away. You're out here for the Detroit Red Wing golf outing. What a great day to have the outing.
It really is. I don't know how many years it is, but I haven't missed one. This is always fun because you get to see a lot of the ex-players and everything. And we got a beautiful day. But yeah, I played 19 years and started Minnesota. I was fortunate. I broke my leg when I was 16, 17 years old. So got a second chance and ended up playing 19 years. So I had 5 great years here in Detroit with the Wings, and played with some great players and great teams.
And with the Red Wing alumni, I think probably one of the proudest things is not only playing with some of your colleagues and contemporaries, we raise a lot of great money for charities. That must really make you guys feel proud with all the charities that you help out.
Yeah, it really is. George Bowman and the whole Red Wing Alumni Association, they do a great job. And, we'll raise a lot of money today. That's what makes it fun. You get to raise good money, some good charities, and you get to see some of the old farts too.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask you kind of a somber question. With Alex Delvecchio passing away last week, do you have an Alex story that you could tell us, or whether you saw it or got it secondhand?
Well, just as a kid, I mean, I came from Sarnia, Ontario, so we got the Red Wing games on TV all the time. And, unfortunately for me, when I was playing for the Wings, my dad would always come down to the games. So how cool was that? So after games, we'd have Alex come down to the dressing room, Lindsay would come down, Corey Howe would be coming down, and my dad. And unfortunately, we've lost them all now, but just great memories with some of the great Red Wings from the past.
Well, that's Dino Ciccarelli talking about how the Red Wing alumni, how it's impacted him, and kind of echoing on some of your key points. But this last charity golf outing it was not only for Ted Lindsay, but it was also for the Oakland County Sheriff's Department. And we're going to be talking to Mike in just a couple of moments, but we also have Eeko as well. And how did you guys get started with Oakland County Sheriff's Department and Kevlar jackets? Because by your words, I think you said you've raised, I think it's 4 Kevlar jackets that are custom made for the dogs.
Yeah, so a prominent builder, 2 builders in the area, Vito Anthony from Anthony Homes and Frank Rewald, the Rewald Group, who built our clubhouse here. They've done a lot of work throughout Detroit, a lot of corporate buildings. They did the renovation on the old Oakland Hills, so that obviously is being changed, but very prominent guys in the community. And Vito's a veteran, Vietnam vet, and it's his mission to give back and help. And Frank couldn't be nicer. He's so philanthropic and caring and giving. And so they were with one foundation. They pivoted to Spike's Canine. They had an affiliation with this canine group. So that's how we got involved, through Frank Rewald and Vito Anthony. And they said, hey, we're part of this, and we would like to put our name in the hat for the charity. And we're like, you got to be kidding me. Ironically, last February when we played at Munn, the weather was absolutely horrible. Everybody showed up. No one bailed. It was incredible. Mike shows up with Eeko. He drops a puck, sticks around for the game, heads back to Oakland County. On the way back, he gets a call. Eeko goes into action and stops a carjacker with a knife. Eeko took him down. And so he went from dropping the puck to, taking care of a bad guy all in one day's work. So, I mean, it just rips your heart out to see these dogs. And what people do to these dogs, like, you got to be kidding me. There's some, like you said, there's some crazies. I have a couple other words for that, but I don't know how you can abuse a dog. That just takes a different type of person, not a good person. But so I'm a dog lover. My wife is on the board for GROM, Golden Retriever Rescue of Michigan, and they do a lot of great work in foster dogs. And it's hard when they leave. And even though we're fostering and, we're with that dog for 2 weeks, to give it back is, like, I mean, just 2 weeks knowing the dog rips your heart out. So I don't know. I'm a dog guy, and I'm all in. And these guys help the veterans, the veterans with the PTSD and stuff that, some of them wouldn't be here if it wasn't for their dogs. And it's just great work they do.
Well, I am tell you what, we're gonna end it on that note. I actually talked to Mike and Eeko out front and took a look at the Kevlar jackets. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finish up our episode on that. George, I can't thank you enough for talking about a great organization of the Detroit Red Wing alumni and all the people that they help in community service, and that is obviously things are getting done because of what you and Red Wings and former Red Wings and NHL players and celebrities have done. So thank you so much, George, for coming on at the Skyview Sports from our golf desk. I'm Roy J. Akers with us, George Bowman. Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Roll out. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, reach out if you want to help the dogs.
With us, we have Mike Richardson. You are from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, and with us, you have a great friend, Eeko. And from what I understand, the golf outing today is going to help raise money for Kevlar vests for the dogs.
Yep, it'll help. Spike's Canine Fund, which is a nonprofit that provides vests for canines around the United States.
And so with that, from what I understand, that the Red Wing alumni and you've already had a couple of vests that have been paid for the department. Now these vests actually go right on to the dogs, is it?
Yep, right on the dogs.
And so with that, with Eeko, now what is it kind of like one of those, like a vest like you want?
Right over there.
Oh, here we go. We're going to take a look at the vest for us here real quick. We're going to kind of do that and kind of get back. So those vests there, they protect what, the main body of the dog? Is that the idea, Mike?
There's studies done through, we go through Canine Storm, and they provide custom fitted vests. So the vests are fitted right to each and every dog. So when you put them on there, they're there to protect them against being gunshot and stab protection also.
And that is unfortunately something you have to be concerned about these days. It seems like criminals today just don't really care sometimes.
No, they don't. They don't want to go to jail, so they'll do everything they can not to. And they feel a little bit emboldened now, and sometimes you send the dogs in, and sometimes, unfortunately, they get hurt.
Now, a final question or two. I understand from George that actually they were raising money, and Eeko was the star of the show. He learned how to drop the puck, as I understand, before the game, and then after the game, you put him into service.
Yep. Shortly thereafter, we had a call after the next day or so, and I ended up having a catch.
And it was a carjacker or something like that?
Yeah, there was a carjacker. They ended up getting into a chase with neighboring jurisdiction, and they ended up running, and we showed up, did a track, and ended up catching them.
Well, Eeko, sounds like you did a fantastic job. Am I allowed to pet you?
Eco's good.
Is he good?
Yep.
It's Eeko, not Echo.
Eeko, yep,
Eeko. I'm sorry.
Yep. Eco's named after two fallen officers, Eric Overall, that from our department,
Yeah.
and Colin Rose, which is a former canine handler that passed away in Wayne County.
Wow. So with that, you're gonna like me because I got dog smell on me. Thank you. Hey, Mike, thank you very much for telling us the story of Eeko. You were kind enough to let me go the bad way with his name, but it was
Yeah, you're
Eeko.
okay.
Thank you very much.
You
Thank
bet.
you, Mike.